Around 7:30 p.m. on January 13, 2023, wife of popular British actor Julian Sands called the San Bernardino Police Department to report her husband's disappearance. According to her, her husband had left the house that morning for his routine hike on Mount Baldy. This wasn't unusual for Sands, who was well known for his daring and adventurous nature. When he wasn't filming, he would spend time on the mountains hiking and discovering new trails. He once described his happiest moments to be when he was close to a mountain summit on a glorious cold morning. Sands had submitted 5 out of the 7 highest peaks in each continent and was only left with Mount Denali and Everest. For him, climbing was not an ego-driven ambition or quest for recognition. Rather, it was an escape from the real world. According to him, you are able to lower yourself on these walks and harmonize beautifully with the environment, fueled only by curiosity and humility. Navigating through steep slopes and jagged trails was a routine for Sands, and this climb wasn't supposed to be any different. Unfortunately, it would be his last. Julian Sands was born on the 4th of January 1958 in the small town of Otley in West Yorkshire, England. Encouraged by his mother, Sands studied at London's Central School of Speech and Drama. From there, he started appearing in supporting roles in films like Oxford Blues and The Killing Fields. In 1985, Sands landed his first lead role as a romantic lead character, alongside Harry Potter legend Bonham Carter in the movie A Room with a View. Following the film's success, Sands moved to Hollywood, where he pursued his acting career, taking more roles and appearing alongside Hollywood legends like Sam Waterston and Nicolas Cage. Many of his colleagues said that he would have achieved greater popularity before his death. However, his refusal to be boxed into the romantic lead role that launched his career made him turn down certain roles. According to them, Sands only sought out roles he found interesting and challenging, refusing to stick to his big break character. Beyond his successful acting career, Sands loved the outdoors. As mentioned earlier, he had a passion for mountaineering and would spend most of his time up there, hiking, challenging routes, and exploring new trails. Now you would expect that an experienced climber like Sands would be extra cautious during his quests, especially after having escaped a tragic fall while climbing in 1999. But this wasn't the case for Sands. His adventurous spirit caused him to take on daring and strenuous challenges. Even when his hiking buddies hung their boots due to their age and health limitations, Sands went on despite knowing the potential risks. Not only was he pushing his limits, Sands loved to hike in winter under freezing weather conditions. According to him, the winter months brought a kind of peace and calmness that he preferred. It also meant sharing the mountain trails with fewer people. The solitude was possibly an escape from the crazy Hollywood spotlight, where no one would request for a quick selfie click. Nevertheless, he enjoyed the calmness and solitude of the winter months and would often schedule his climbs around that period. This climb wasn't supposed to be any different. But when he didn't show up that night, his wife was forced to call the police. Unfortunately, severe snowstorms and heavy winds stalled the rescue team from conducting a thorough search of the area. You see, Mount Baldy is not just a single wall of rock from base to summit. Rather, it is part of a larger chain of mountains nestled within the San Gabriel mountain range in Los Angeles. Mount Baldy stands at an impressive 3,000 meters, 10,000 feet, making it the highest peak in the mountain range. Its steep slope and treeless terrain makes it a popular spot for many hikers and skiers. But this popularity has also made it one of the most dangerous mountains in the LA. According to local authorities, at least one person dies on the mountain each year, with January being the deadliest month. The primary culprit? Harsh winter conditions, deep snowbanks, icy trails, and freezing weather temperatures turn basic hiking trails into life-threatening situations. Many inexperienced and even veteran hikers tend to underestimate the dangers of hiking during winter, and Sands was one of those who underestimated and got lucky for years. Unfortunately, his luck would run out on January 13th. With raging snowstorms and harsh winds, the search for Sands dragged on for weeks. And with each passing day, his family lost hope of ever finding him. By March, the weather had terribly deteriorated, and the mountain had become more dangerous, forcing the police to halt search efforts till the storm subsided. As summer arrived, the weather started to improve, allowing the police to resume investigations. On June 17th, 5 months after Sands' disappearance, the police department gave an update stating that more than 80 search and rescue volunteers, including his adult children, had joined the search for Sands across Mount Baldy, where his phone was last pinged. According to the police, there had been 8 official search missions exceeding over 500 search hours, yet nothing had been found. And even though the case wasn't completely closed, it was safe to conclude that he was dead and possibly never going to be found. Sands' family released a statement saying, "We continue to hold Julian in our hearts with bright memories of him as a wonderful father, husband, explorer, lover of the natural world and the arts, and as an original and collaborative performer." A day after this statement was released, a shocking discovery was made. On the 24th of June, 2023, a group of hikers set off on a rarely traversed trail on Mount Baldy. Before setting out, the group leader had a strange feeling about the hike and even made a statement saying, "I hope we don't find a dead body today." Around 10 a.m. that morning, just 3 hours into their hike, one of the hikers spotted a lone boot partly stuck behind a tree. A few meters away, they spotted another boot, which was similar to the first one. As they pressed further, they found trekking poles, a torn jacket, and before long stumbled upon what looked like human bones still wearing some of its winter clothing. A quick search of the pockets revealed a wallet and a driver's license with the name Julian Richard Sands. They had just stumbled on the remains of the British actor who had been missing for the past 5 months. Still shaken by the sight, the hikers quickly contacted the police department to report their discovery. The remains were genetically tested and confirmed to belong to the 65-year-old Hollywood actor. His remains, however, had decomposed badly, preventing them from conducting an autopsy to determine the likely cause of death. According to the statement released by the police department, the cause of his death was listed as undetermined due to the condition of the body, which is common when dealing with cases of this type. No one knows exactly what happened on that mountain that day, but one thing's for sure. Julian Sands died doing what he loved. He was a passionate climber, and we draw consolation from knowing that he passed in a place he loved, doing what he loved. We are filled with the most beautiful memories,